Always starts with good ingredients. Fresh meat is absolutely the best choice you can make. It makes such a huge difference to your cooking. The flavor will be better, the texture will be better, everything will just be more lovely and delicious. So always try to get the freshest meat you can find. So what should you look for when you're buying fresh meat? Well, it should have a nice bright color. Beef should be a lovely deep red. Chicken should be pinkish, not gray or dull. Pork should look firm and pale pink, and it should never ever have a funny or sour smell. If it smells off, don't buy it. Trust your nose, it knows what's good. Fresh meat should smell clean or have very little smell at all. Your local butcher is your best friend here. They are the experts. They know all about meat. They can tell you what's fresh that day. They can help you choose the perfect cut for quick cooking. Sometimes we think we don't have time to cook. We might want something fast. Fast food from a shop can be easy, but it's not always the best for us, is it? Making your own quick meals is much better. It can be healthy and super tasty too. You just need a few good ideas. And a little bit of know-how to get started. Cooking at home is brilliant, even when you're short on time. You know exactly what's going into your food. No hidden nasties, just good, honest ingredients. Plus, it often saves you a bit of money. And let's be honest, food you make yourself usually tastes amazing. There's a real joy in making something delicious. Even if it only takes a few minutes to prepare, it's a great feeling to feed yourself and your family well. This guide is all about that wonderful feeling. We're going to talk about cooking fresh meat, and we're going to do it fast. I'm talking about delicious meat dishes, ready in about 10 minutes, so let's get stuck in and learn how. Right then, let's talk about the star of the show, the meat. Good food always starts with good ingredients. Fresh meat is absolutely the best choice you can make. It makes such a huge difference to your cooking. The flavor will be better, the texture will be better, everything will just be more lovely and delicious. So always try to get the freshest meat you can find. So what should you look for when you're buying fresh meat? Well, it should have a nice bright color. Beef should be a lovely deep red. Chicken should be pinkish, not gray or dull. Pork should look firm and pale pink, and it should never ever have a funny or sour smell. If it smells off, don't buy it. Trust your nose, it knows what's good. Fresh meat should smell clean or have very little smell at all. Your local butcher is your best friend here. They are the experts. They know all about meat. They can tell you what's fresh that day. They can help you choose the perfect cut for quick cooking. Don't be shy, have a chat with them. Okay, are you ready to cook some amazing meat? This is a top tip, my friends. It's called mise en place in fancy kitchens. But it just means everything in its place. Get all your bits and bobs out before you start. This will save you so much time and stress later on. You'll feel like a proper chef, all organized and calm. Next, take your lovely fresh meat out of the fridge. Let it sit on the side for about 5 to 10 minutes. Not for too long, mind you, we just want to take the chill off it. Meat that's not super cold cooks more evenly. It means the inside will cook at the same speed as the outside. This is a simple trick, but it makes a real difference, especially when you're cooking things quickly. Now let's think about your pan or your grill. Make sure it's nice and clean. Nobody wants bits of last night's dinner in today's meal. A clean pan is a happy pan, and a happy pan cooks happy food. Preparation is key. It also makes it incredibly tasty. What searing does is create a gorgeous brown crust on the outside of the meat. This crust is packed full of flavor. It's that delicious, slightly crispy bit that everyone loves, and it helps to keep all the lovely juices locked inside the meat. So, it stays tender and moist. So, how do you get that perfect sear? First, you need to get your pan really hot. I mean smoking hot. Put it on a medium-high to high heat. Let it heat up for a few minutes. Then, add just a tiny splash of oil. You don't need much. Olive oil or vegetable oil works great. You'll know the pan is hot enough when the oil shimmers, or when a tiny drop of water sizzles and evaporates instantly. Now for the exciting bit. Carefully place your seasoned meat into the hot pan. You should hear a wonderful sizzle straight away. That's the sound of flavor being made. Beautiful. A lovely, slightly smoky flavor. And those beautiful char lines look so professional, don't they? It's perfect for when the sun is shining. You can cook outside in the fresh air, but even if it's raining, you can use a grill pan on your hob, so you can have that grilled taste all year round. It's a really versatile way to cook. Just like with pan searing, you need to get your grill nice and hot, whether it's an outdoor barbecue or an indoor grill pan. Heat it up properly before you put any meat on it. This is super important for quick cooking. A hot grill sears the meat quickly. It locks in the juices and gives you those lovely grill marks. So be patient and let it get to the right temperature. It's worth the wait. Before you put your meat on the grill, give it a little brush with oil. This stops it from sticking to the grates. Season it well with salt and pepper, and any other spices you like. Then carefully place your meat on the hot grill. Listen for that satisfying sizzle again. It's such a great sound, isn't it? Quick, easy, and packed with smoky flavor. A few simple tools will do the job perfectly. Your most important friend here is a good frying pan. If you have one with a heavy base, that's brilliant. It will get nice and hot and stay hot. This helps you get that lovely sear on your meat. A non-stick pan can also be useful, especially for leaner cuts like chicken breast. Another super useful tool is a pair of tongs. Tongs are much better for turning meat than a fork. When you poke meat with a fork, all those lovely juices can escape. And we want to keep those juices inside, don't we? Tongs let you gently pick up and turn the meat without piercing it, so your meat stays nice and juicy. A simple tool, but a real kitchen hero for meat cookery. A timer can be really handy too, especially when you're aiming for a quick 10-minute meal. It's easy to lose track of time when you're busy in the kitchen. Your phone probably has a timer you can use. The secret, my friends, is in the preparation. A little bit of prep beforehand can save you loads of time. It makes the actual cooking bit super smooth and quick. It's what all the best chefs do. They get everything ready before they even think about turning on the heat. It's a game changer, trust me on this one. One of the best ways to speed up cooking meat is to cut it into smaller pieces. Think about it. A big, thick steak will take longer to cook through than thin strips. So, if you're really short on time, slice your chicken breast into thin escalopes. Or cut your beef into quick cooking stir-fry strips. Or dice your pork into small cubes for speedy kebabs. Smaller pieces mean more surface area, and that means faster cooking all around. You can also do a super quick marinade. Even just 5 or 10 minutes in a simple marinade can add so much flavor, and it can help to tenderize the meat a little bit too. Try a mix of olive oil, lemon juice, a bit of crushed garlic, and your favorite herbs. Pop your meat in there while you get other things ready. It doesn't have to be complicated. But we always need to think about safety. Food safety is super important, especially when you're dealing with raw meat. The first rule is simple. Wash your hands. Wash them thoroughly with soap and warm water. Do this before you start handling raw meat, and wash them again straight after you've finished. This helps stop any nasty germs from spreading. Another really important tip is to use different chopping boards. Have one chopping board that you only use for raw meat, and use a separate one for everything else like vegetables or bread. This is called preventing cross-contamination. It stops germs from the raw meat getting onto food that won't be cooked, or food that's already cooked. It's a simple step, but it's vital for keeping your food safe to eat. When you're cooking meat, especially chicken and pork, make sure it's cooked all the way through. Chicken should have no pink bits inside at all, and the juices should run clear when you pierce it. So, there you have it, lovely people. All my top tips for cooking fresh, delicious meat in about 10 minutes. It really is possible. And it's not complicated at all, is it? With a little bit of know-how and a few simple tricks, you can whip up amazing meaty meals in a flash. No more boring dinners when you're short on time. You can have something exciting and tasty on your plate super quick. Let's quickly remember the key things we've talked about. Start with good quality, fresh meat. It makes all the difference. Get your pan or grill really hot for that perfect sear or char. Keep your seasoning simple but flavorful. Salt, pepper, maybe a squeeze of lemon. Don't forget those smart shortcuts like prepping your ingredients, and always remember the food safety rules. Wash hands, use separate boards, and cook meat properly. Now the most important part is for you to have a go. Don't be afraid to try these ideas out in your own kitchen. Start with something simple. Maybe a thin-cut steak, or some chicken breast strips. You'll be amazed at how quickly you can create a fantastic meal, and how good it tastes. Cooking should be fun, not a chore. Happy cooking, and bon appetit! This is a top tip, my friends. It's called mise en place in fancy kitchens. But it just means everything in its place. Get all your bits and bobs out before you start. This will save you so much time and stress later on. You'll feel like a proper chef, all